Hi, this is Blaine Cluten for Cluten Law. Answering the question today, does a misdemeanor affect financial aid? This is not an area that I'm an expert in, but I wanted to answer this question briefly. So the first thing to understand is some of the different types of funding that is available for student loans. There's federal grants like federal Pell Grants and federal student loans. There's also federal supplemental educational opportunity grants and federal work studies. So the first answer to the question is it's going to depend on the type of misdemeanor. It's also going to depend on when you received the conviction. So for instance, if you received a drug-related offense conviction while you were receiving student aid, then that's going to impact your ability to receive future financial aid. If you have received a drug conviction, usually, especially on those first-time convictions, let's just say it's a first-time minor misdemeanor drug possession, it's going to ban you for 1 year from receiving federal student aid. And this in particular means those any government-backed student loan. So you may still be eligible for a private loan, but those are generally very expensive. Overall, the takeaway here is that if you're in the process, if you've been charged with a crime and you have not yet been convicted, this is the time to consult with an attorney when you're not only for the fact that it's going to potentially impact federal student loan issues, but there's a host of other issues that criminal convictions can affect and impact. And I've seen situations where a person is looking at, and take Oregon, for instance. We've just decriminalized a lot of offenses, and this is why it's so important to talk to an attorney. If you're pleading to a minor drug offense, and now you're thinking, oh, they've changed it, it's going to be a fine only, this isn't going to impact anything, you need to talk to an attorney and understand if that's going to impact your federal student loans or not. Because you may be thinking, I'm going to do this, or I've got a marijuana MIP that I'm going to plead to. It's going to result in a small fine and a license suspension because I'm a minor. But I'm not going to worry about it because I'm not going to end up incarcerated. That could still have a drastic impact on your federal student loan eligibility. And so for these reasons, it's always good to talk to an attorney to discuss the facts and circumstances of your particular case. But it's one of these lawyer answers, but it's going to depend on the facts and circumstances of your case about whether the misdemeanor convictions is going to impact your ability to receive federal financial aid. This is Blaine Cluten for Cluten Law.